The pattern is traced on 1/16 inch thermoplastic and then cut out. The thermoplastic is heated, dried, and is wrapped around the palm. Little attention is given to the dorsum of the hand since this will be cut away. The thermoplastic lightly adheres where it overlaps at the dorsum of the hand and holds the cuff in position. The edges are carefully rolled to fit the thenar and MP flexion creases. The curve of the distal transverse arch is preserved. The cuff is marked for trimming and for locating holes to be drilled or punched for nylon loops. The 1/16 inch material is easily cut with scissors. Holes are made. The splint is more comfortable if the holes are placed somewhat dorsally. The rough nylon loops will then lift the cuff away from the skin. The edges of the splint are heated to be smoothed. Eliminating rough edges is important for comfort. The nylon ties are then threaded through the holes. The gauntlet and the wrist unit are placed on the arm, and the straps are added. The cuff is placed on the palm. The nylon ties are looped to suspend the cuff from the distal bar. The outrigger length is adjusted. A rubber band is added since it is easier to make the final adjustments when the outrigger is under some tension. The two movable collars are positioned to guide the nylon line. The loops are then readjusted for a closer fit. It is essential that the outrigger is adjusted to fit as close as possible to the dorsum of the hand. The lines are trimmed. Other dynamic components may be used, graded elastics or springs. Once the splint is correctly adjusted, a 90-degree angle of pull for optimum rotation force is achieved. The traction force which the rubber band exerts on the forearm gauntlet is mechanically balanced by the design of the wrist unit. Distal migration of the forearm gauntlet, a problem in dynamic wrist splints, is minimal until the wrist reaches 45 degrees extension. A normal wrist moves from radial deviation with extension to ulnar deviation with flexion. The palmar cuff is suspended from the Phoenix wrist unit by nylon loops. The small amount of radial and ulnar deviation which is possible frees the wrist to move in more normal planes of motion. The finished splint combines the advantages in comfort and fit of a custom-fit thermoplastic splint with the time savings of a prefabricated component. Optimal distribution of skin pressure and rotation forces improve the patient's comfort and provide for increased wearing tolerance.